Rated M for mature. Io sto sitter Florinda en la caplotta stira. Adia, Corporal Walter.
Rilasciao!
Gauen in una falla. In per parts mauncan. Ma c'è qua?
Maestro!
La causa è samidada, di boglia large.
Cordin! Mi vegliami! Vel tiram su! Il vel me veder, ma pendia su!
Da qua in nome di Dio de seu tre sedota.
Even il schnee protetta! Il portretto alla stalla! Il flamma si slò!
Io am fel mezzi na via el chalet.
Ma ci chiude la matta!
Ja sai di da omis dus. Florina a meutat.
Forse ci so! Forse sperimentar per i dels duos!
Di stos buppiti plidic.
Grazie! C'è il segno e te!
Io ges plitost ruausa en pas. Ma io sai che ti vins budem fla la pas.
No! Aspetta!
Non è un quai ha il maritau. E se aveva proprio la clave del celè? Poi ha cozzato sto da dici. Forse sto essere un'irada a Florina, avon concurrir il malecchi. Ma lui svesse essere militar, piltat, tocca sono pus perché una voce. S'invia als apiculturs per recalciar in perceva la suletta via alla ponna tras la casa da quel pictur. Signor Plebon,
Ja sagilo da hosti vivas.
io sai tots de vies packt.
In gran malfac capeta e la caplota stira. E la Florina.
Tu cotte in sti buona voce, ma come te penso?
Ma così? Da qua ciancio stia scia mio fan.
Io so copescel de quai.
Ja spaciri tai. Piasi na buona olma. Scotti e ta.
Puescia. Io sai che mutate il buon sogno.
No, oddio, c'è. Oggi faccio anche noi.
Ures de pigliael.
Ciao, prendi poi. Hai vendi data in conto la scusa venga fa orazione per te.
Io mon,
Ja sei con te, mio figlio.
Yeah, I was. Sorry, Phil Fox. I was recording gameplay trailers before, like for the Halloween stream. I was recording trailers to use in my footage for the announcement video before this, and I didn't want to have voice or fan blowing or anything, so I forgot to unmute. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, well, that's fine. So basically, we just have there were a couple of options. So I don't know if you watched. Did you watch the Mundaun we did last weekend? You did, right? I think so, but I can't remember for sure. In fact, you know what? We'll just we're not all that far. We'll just go back here. No. This one? What? Oh, yeah. 8th is last week. I want the one before that. Yeah. No. Okay, I think it's this one. We did just load, or just get a save point too when we talked to the priest, so. Okay. Just so I have gameplay that has the actual sound and stuff, that's fine. Let's do this. Okay, so we'll load this. No worries. Not all that much we have to replay. If I would have remembered to mute my sound, we wouldn't have to replay any, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I should probably do this, though. Face is not as visible. There we go. Okay, so we're here in Serpentini's. We need to destroy the barn fire painting.
Adia, Corporal Walter.
Corporal Walter. Dismissed. Okay, so we go up here. I go upstairs to this. And look at the painting. It's either that or a certain amount of time passes. I'm not totally sure which. I think it's this, though. And then we go back down, and he should no longer be at that back door. And the front door will be open. No, he's still there. So I guess it's after a certain amount of time. I'm not totally 100% sure. Okay, let's just go back over here. Oh, this and this, and then I need to do this. There we go. That's the trigger. I forgot. You have to look out at the bridge. Now we can see the guy hanging from the bridge there. So that's what we're going to go take care of. Okay, so last time when we played and finished this, basically what we did was, I'll show you. So we'll have the conversation, then I'll say what we did differently. Okay, so just running over to the bridge. See, now you can tell, whoops, very clearly he's hanging from it there. If I go like this, for example, on the right side, he's like on the right, just the right of the words of the chat on the stream, you can see him. That's him hanging. So we'll get closer and you'll see him properly. Okay, so the options, you'll see. We'll have a conversation and then you'll see. Giovanni? Who's there? Master? The tables have turned. Oh, sorry. The tables have turned, you coward. No, he's not dead. He's not dead yet. He's going to die. Effectively, he could. So Walter, that very first guy we talked to, he knocked this guy out, tied him up, hung him from the bridge here as like punishment of what he had done. So basically, okay, without going too much into it, basically this Serpentini guy is, so do you remember that in the past, in like World War I or whatever, there was a risk of all these soldiers coming up over the mountains and they would destroy the village and everything else. And so these guys made a pact with this dark, like this demonic being the old man is what people generally call him, who made this deal with them that he would save them, he would destroy all those soldiers that were coming, and in exchange for that, they had to give him a human life, a human soul. They cheated him and gave him, because so the old man never said a human soul. He said, I'll do that in exchange for a soul. Now, he meant a human soul. But the soldiers, after they made the pact, they cheated him. And they gave him a soul. But it was a goat soul. So because they gave him a goat soul, he was really mad. But they did a ceremony or whatever. They got him trapped inside the mountain. So he couldn't escape. This guy, Serpentini, is a descendant of one of those people in that military group. So he'd heard the story about it. He's like the grandchild of them or something. And he'd heard the story about it. And he wanted to be able to be a great painter. So he came back to Mundaun, the Valley of Mundaun. And he discovered that he was able to paint things and make them become a reality. So he painted basically to free the old man and give the old man some of his power back. And that's why we have this big nightmare of stuff happening. Yeah. Seriously. So now we know why the demon is really mad. Not just a demon, like doing evil things, but he's actually furious. And now we know what this Serpentini... Anyway, so the Serpentini guy realized he could make things happen, and he freed the old man. And once the old man was freed, Serpentini kind of served him. That's why when we approached and talked to him at first, he called us master, because he thought we were the old man. Anyway, one of the paintings Serpentini did was of our grandfather burning in the barn. So he basically caused our grandfather to die in the barn. So we we have a few things we have to do. Number one, so when on last time we played, we chose to let Serpentini go. Like, we freed him, we pulled him up from the rope, saved his life. And then from there were two choices. So there are two choices now: pull Serpentini up or don't. And when you pull him up, there are another two choices, which are either you basically have a vision and you end up getting sent back into the past to the point where the old man made the agreement with everybody. So when you get sent back to that point, you can either try to convince your uncle, or not your uncle, sorry, try to convince your grandfather in like 1910, 1915 or whatever it was, not to make the pact, or convince him to make the pact. So if you convince him not to make the pact, none of all this nightmare stuff happens. However, he's furious that you interfered with the past. So when you come back to the future and you have your grandfather's funeral, your grandfather still died, but he died like sleeping in his bed soundly. So when you come back to the future and after he's died, you have the funeral, and then as you're leaving, the bus is pulling away. As the bus is heading away from the valley back down to the city, an avalanche comes and kills you and everybody on the bus. And the reason that we know that's the old man is the abominable snowman we fought, or not fought, but we ran from previously, was a servant of this old man demon. And the abominable snowman, one of his powers was to create an avalanche to come after us. So that avalanche destroying the bus is your indicator. This is the old man punishing us because we interfered in the past. Okay, so you free Serpentini, then you tell your grandfather not to sign the pact. You get killed on the bus, but your grandfather had a peaceful death in his bed, and everybody in the valley was safe. If you instead don't say anything about the pact, your grandfather will still do the pact. And when you go back to the future, you have stopped the barn burning, so your grandfather didn't die that way. but the pact was still made, and so there was still all this like nightmare stuff that happened. Okay, you basically, by destroying the barn burning painting, you reverse the fate of your grandfather, but everything else is the same. Okay, so those are the two endings. So if you free Serpentini, those are the two endings. Okay, now the other option here is I can not free Serpentini. Instead, I can cut the rope. So we're exploring what endings are possible from there once you do that. So that's what we're doing now. Does that make sense? Wish you could climb mountains like... Oh. You love goats. Wouldn't want to be one, though. Wish you could climb mountains like them. Well, yeah, you don't want to be a goat, but if you were a goat, you wouldn't know any better, and you probably would be fine with your existence. You wouldn't know, right? Anyway, so that's what we're doing here, is with this conversation, we're then now going to cut the rope and let Serpentini die, and then we'll see what consequences are the result from there. So the tables have turned, you coward. Kudin? Old friend. Quick, pull me up. That old drunkard assaulted me. Why on earth would I want to pull you up? I'll open the cellar for you. The barn fire painting is in there. So if we want to free our grandfather, the barn painting is in there. Okay, so I'll find a way. I can find a way all by myself. But who will help the little girl? I can help both Florina and my grandfather. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it will be too late for one of them. Okay, and that's what his saying, maybe it'll be too late for one of them. I feel that's right. So I feel if we cut the rope, I feel like you either save Florina or your grandfather, but not both. So the first one we'll do, because I think it's the less egregious one, is I was doing it differently before, like when you realized there was muted, I was doing it differently, but we're going to change that. So we're going to cut the rope, and then I will go save my grandfather. Then we'll try to save Florina and see if you can save both. I don't think you'll be able to. And then because, well, you'll see. I'll explain as we go. You have a little goat in you? What? No, we're not the goat. An actual goat. He sacrificed an actual goat. I don't know what you mean by you have a good little goat in you. I don't know what you mean by that. If it's humor, I don't understand, so I apologize. Okay, so we're going to cut the rope, because that's what we're going to do. You don't have to suffer anymore. Thank you. Bless you. I would say rest in peace, but I know you won't. No, wait. Yeah, because we're horrible people, apparently. So, fantastic. Okay. So, he's done. My hand is acting up. It's burning more. He got what he deserved. What if he had a key to the cellar on him? Yeah. Okay, find Giovanni downriver. No, grandfather was not part goat. I don't know where you're getting confused. Okay. Let me try to explain slightly differently. Maybe this will be less confusing. The military group in like 1915, like in World War I, okay, that military group made a pact with the old man. The old man would destroy the soldiers that were coming to destroy them, but in exchange for a soul. The old man, of course, meant a human soul, but he said a soul. So when the group, after the enemy, was destroyed. Okay. Let's pause. Don't run away with too many questions right now. I'm going to try to explain it again, like more clearly. I think I did not explain it well. So I'm going to try to explain it more clearly. Wait until my explanation is done, and then ask any questions you have, just to make sure that because I think if I start going and you ask a question, that might spawn more discussion about the answer to your question and get muddled in the mix of what's going on. I just want to make sure, like, I'll try to keep it concise, and hopefully that'll be less confusing. So if you have questions, write them down or something, and then ask me afterwards so that we can clarify after. That way I can get it all as one big idea, So hopefully that won't be confusing. We'll see. Okay. So there was a military group in like 1915, middle of World War One. Okay. They were up here in the Swiss Alps. There were enemy soldiers coming to attack them. They were worried because it looked like the enemy would overwhelm them and completely wipe out them, and then come and wipe out every villager in the valley. So to try to make sure they would not get wiped out, they made a pact with a demon, which is known as the Old Man. The demon said, I will destroy all of the soldiers, all of the enemy, in exchange for a soul. Now the demon wanted a human soul. When the soldiers finally, then the old man destroyed the enemy, okay, and then went back to his cave inside the mountain. The soldiers then went to the cave where the old man was to pay what they had agreed on in the contract. They agreed to pay a soul. But it was a soul. It was never specified whose soul. So they gave the old man a goat soul. So they gave him a goat. They put an actual live goat on the sacrifice place and had the goat get sacrificed. The old man was pissed because he wanted a human soul, and he knows they knew he wanted it, but he didn't say it. The contract did not say a human soul. And so the soul that was given fulfilled the contract technically. Okay? So that's as far as that goes. Any questions on that part? I'll get moving while you think about any questions you may or may not have for that part. And then once we're farther along than you, or like once I'm a little bit farther where I need to go, then I'll look back and answer any questions you have. Yeah, poor good, exactly. Yep. So let me know if you have any questions on that part first, so I can make sure you're clear on that before I add more information to the mix. It won't be a terribly huge amount of additional information, but there will be some more. He's doing this with his hand like, because piles of hay are getting lit on fire. Like right here, this got lit on fire. And it bothers him. His hand is burned. Our left hand, that's why it looks like that. Our left hand is burned. So apparently that's somehow tied to the hay bales being lit on fire. And I don't know what the tie is exactly. Except it has to do with the curse that's on the valley and what his grandfather did originally. Like, it brought the curse into him. So. No. Okay, nope. They sacrificed the goat instead of a human to cheat the demon and still technically fulfill the contract. Okay, so now let me continue with the last bit of it here. Okay, so Serpentini was born in this village or in this valley, just like we were, and just like we did, he had gone to the city to try to make a living. Although we went to the city, our character went to the city, like Cordine, our character, went to the city to try to get an education to then make a living. Instead, Serpentini went to the city to try to make it big, like with painting and stuff, try to make a career as a painter. He struggled for a long time. He ended up coming back here to try to find inspiration or whatever, and he discovered while in this valley of Mundaun, as he painted, what he painted became reality. So, for example, early in the game, that bridge where we just were, in his painting studio, he had erased the center section of the bridge. Since he erased the center section of the bridge, when we originally, near the beginning of the game, like maybe a third of the way to the game, maybe quarter of the way, something like that, we saw the bridge. The bridge was missing its huge middle section. Like the huge hole or section of the middle part of the bridge was gone. When we went back to the painting and we painted the bridge back in, then when we looked, the bridge was fine. There's that hole where Serpentini was hanging just a little bit ago, but otherwise that was filled in again, right? So that is something. So Serpentini realized his painting here could make whatever he painted a reality. one of the things he painted was the barn burning with our grandfather. So the reason our grandfather died in a barn burning and not peacefully in his bed was due to Serpentini being a horrible person. Serpentini also, Serpentini was able to get that power of making what he paints reality because he made a pact, his own pact, with the old man. And he freed the old man. That's why we have demons wandering around, because he freed the old man. Okay, so Serpentini caused the death of our grandfather. He caused now what we find out here, kidnapping of Florina. She's in the Dark Chapel. He caused the original chapel to corrupt into this dark demonic chapel. And then Florina, the little girl, is there because of what Serpentini did. Serpentini all around is a horrible person. So as far as getting justice, getting killed or not, and getting justice for what he did, I think killing him is getting justice, but the problem is this. At the end of our discussion with him, Serpentini said, I don't know if you'll be able to get both in time. You might not be able to save both. You might have to choose one, which I think is right. The other way, where we saved him, we were able to get the key to where... So, there's a painting in his cellar of the barn burning. If we destroy that painting, we undo the burning of the barn, and so our grandfather would not have died that way. However, we cannot get into the cellar without his key. Serpentini had the key on him. It's like a tile, one final tile that will open the door. So, Serpentini had the key on him. When we cut him, he floated down the river this way, here in front of us, and so he'll have the key on him there. Whereas if we saved him at the bridge, we wouldn't have to do this extra running because he'd give us the key when he was alive. Hello, Siluel. Welcome. So, Siluel, this is continuing. Last week we had the option of either saving Serpentini as he was hanging from the bridge or cutting the rope. So last week we saved him, and then we had two endings. One where we went to the past and changed it so that the pact, the deal with the soldiers never was made between the soldiers and the old man, the demon. So one ending is where you do that. That never happens. The deal never happens. And so in the future, as you're taking your character is taking the bus to go back to the city and leave the valley, because you're done here for now. You're going back to the city. As the bus is traveling, a giant avalanche comes and kills you because the old man's mad, so he kills you because you changed the past. If we save Serpentini and we don't change the past, then our grandfather dies peacefully in his bed, and everything else is fine. Like, we have the funeral, and then we are able to leave the bus and go back to the city, and everything is fine. I think that's the best way, because also, if we save Serpentini, we're able to save our grandfather by destroying the painting of his dying in the barn. Well, he still dies, but he doesn't die in the barn anymore. And then we're also able to save Florina, the girl, who's being held at the Dark Chapel as a captive. Okay? So you have those two options, or both those things can happen if you save Serpentini, because he has the key to the barn burning painting on him, so it doesn't take this time to come down to find his body. However, tonight, we're doing the other endings. So I cut the rope, so he died. He went down the river here, so we found his body, so we're going to grab that from his body now. Okay. This took a while. We actually find out Florina is in trouble before looking for the painting. That could mean that Grandpa's too far gone once I come back here. Yep. So, we have Rescue Florina, Dark Chapel. But we also have the option, or the potential, the opportunity to get inside Serpentini's place and save our grandfather. Or, well, not save our grandfather. Well, save him from being killed in the fire. So he just dies in his sleep peacefully instead. Now, if it's a choice between just those two things, I think the choice is pretty clear. Your grandfather's going to die either way. It's just, did he die burning to death, or did he die peacefully in his sleep? Now, obviously, ideally, he would die peacefully in his sleep, not burn to death. However, he's going to die either way. But Florina, there might still be a chance to save her. But if we do what I'm doing now, if we do this first, it might mean that she dies, that we don't get there in time. We'll find out.
Go.
Come here. What? Okay. Present rifle. I need to get in there to help Grandpa. No, there's no time. Jeremiah's just radioed me. Saw an old man at the temple with Florina. Go there at once. That is an order.
Adia,
Dismissed. What happens if I do this anyway? Pieces are missing. I do that. Oh, what? Did I not? Oh, yeah, I did get that. There we go. He's angry because we didn't say Florina first, I think. And he should be. But we're doing this to see what this ending is. If I were going to cut the rope on Serpentini, I still would say Florina first. I would not do this first. But we're seeing what happens when you do this first, so. Okay. Show the painting from his house. We'll find out. I'm probably going to get shot by Walter when I come out, I'm guessing. Okay, good night, Phil Fox. Have a good night. I think I'm probably going to get killed as I come out here. We'll see. Sun's already coming up. I need to hurry and drive down to the Dark Chapel. Yeah. All this fire hurts. Okay. Get in. Get on. Go. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Florina's not going to make it. We are doing our helping our grandfather first, almost for sure doomed her. Because otherwise, normally it's nighttime when we go to try to help her. I'm sure she's already dead. It was a bad choice. But we make it so we can see what the alternate is, just in case. Or just so we know. But yeah, there's no way. This is not the correct choice. I'm positive this is not the correct choice. Or the correct, I mean, technically it's your choice, but I think that I don't think there's a good outcome on this one. Now, there was a save point. We're heading to Florina first. Or sorry, where we cut the rope. So I can instead grab that and then go directly to Florina, and then we'll see the other outcome as well, right? Nope, didn't want to totally stop, just not go fast on a really sharp corner. There we go. Talk to the priest. Yeah, there's no way. If we could, we can't, but if we could somehow fly directly to the chapel from here, maybe she'd be able to be saved. And even then, I don't think so. Father, praise the Lord, you are alive. I know all about your pact. A wicked act is taking place in the Dark Chapel. Jeremiah, he has Florina with him in there. Why didn't you stop him? Isn't that your job? But Coutine, why are you talking like this, child? I'll take care of it. Bless you, you have a good soul, just like your grandfather. Hush, my grandfather was far from the saints. I'm defacing. Here, take this. It will help you against the forces of evil. I will pray for you. I'm going in there. May the Lord be with you, my son. Okay, so now we go over here. We take the zip line down. Yes. I've been given that in here. This is going to cut to the side. I need to make sure I exit this the exact opposite way. Exit. I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. That is a big problem when all of the hay burns and it hurts me. Slows me down. It's not great. Oh, come on, go, go. Go, go. Go. Oh, gosh. I'm going that way? No. No, 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 no. Get away from me. Okay, go, go. Why are you slowing down? Because you're saving, so you slow me down? Why? Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be curtains for Florina, to use a really old expression. She's not going to make it because we're dumb because we went the other way first. How stupid. Okay. I guess I can't run now. No more running, just walk. Find out if we're too late for her. I feel like we are. Pretty sure. You demon, leave her. Oh, welcome to the newest branch of my enterprise. Thanks for bringing me closer to the people. Your lackey is dead. I'm glad you remembered. Honestly, I wasn't sure you had it in you. Looks like I was right in putting my trust in you and giving you my gift. I destroyed that cursed painting. Your curse on Grandpa is lifted. Well, he never really was to my taste. Too old, too baptized. Now this specimen on the other hand is very much to my liking. Get away from Florina. Make me. This cursed symbol. Did you really think mere trinkets would bother me? Let me have a closer look at you. Yes. I see why you scared the girl right into my arms. You won't have her. I'm afraid the deed is done, my boy. You are too late to change anything. You are lying. When your ancestors took me some decades ago, I was very young. Now I see it was always meant to be like this. Florine, your grandfather tricked you. Now I end up with Florina. It's destiny. You have seen her talents. She was always meant to be by my side. You foul. Quite. Yep. he knocked that, so and see it destroyed the holy symbol, so.
Florina.
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 Florina,
Now,
wake up.
Now,
So far this is the same as before, except for the dialogue saying that we're too late and that she's a good replacement for our grandfather and all of that. Sure, we'll find out. I'm still sure we're too late. She's alive, okay, great, but I think she's like under his influence or something. Or that she'll die at some point after what we've already done. Yeah, so now we go through this. This is the Dark Chapel. We exit the Dark Chapel and get here. I'm truly here now, in the flesh, back where they made the pact with the demon originally. Yep. It's a whole army getting into position to attack. Okay. So this. Who are you? Leave at once. We are at war. This place is not safe for civilians. I'm Kurdin, your grandson. What are you talking about? Please don't sign this contract. I don't have a choice. It's either this or our end. You must risk it. Don't sign. Nothing is worth signing a pact with him. Not even the fate of this whole valley? Let me think about this, Grandpa. Oh, yeah, I don't think I could interact with this, right? Only with the old man at this point. Yeah, just the old man. How the hell did you get here? Seems like I'm about to foil your pact. I warn you not to mess with events that have already occurred. The consequences will be dire. Bye, fiend. I warned you. Okay, so then... You're back. Okay, and this is another think carefully and key point. So we'll play through how this ends up, and then we'll come back and redo the other path. Then we have one more place to reload, where we reload back to help Florina before we go do the painting with our grandfather. So let's do don't sign the pact first. Yeah.
Nah.
Not like this. Don't sign. I don't know why, but I think you're right. Let's get ready to make a stand. You fools. You're truly awesome. There's actually nothing to fight. Why aren't they attacking? Something is odd about this. I'll have a look. Be careful. So now we head out. This part will be the same. I don't see any reason why this would be different. It's unfortunate we can't run here, but that's fine. Yeah, you see how the soldiers kind of keep staying the same distance from us? They're still, like, they're not staying. And then as we get closer, we realize, wait, these are just toy soldiers? They're not real? What the what? It was a cunning trick all along. So, now we learn of course we did like I said, this is the same as the other way, like this particular scene. So we also learned if you choose not to sign, you find out they're fake soldiers. So the demon was angry at getting cheated on the deal that the soldiers made with him, but he's a cheat himself because there wasn't actually a real threat. Thank you. Okay, and then Q. What happened? Now I can get out. There we go. Okay. My hand is healed. Thank goodness. Okay, find out what happened. So, what we want to do is talk to Jeremiah at the chapel. Yep. This way. To get there. And then after we talk to Jeremiah, then we visit the burnt barn. This side. Here. Alright. Still have to do all the running in between also, of course, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And Jeremiah's. What up, homie? Corinne! I'm very happy to see you after all this time. You are a young man now. I'm sorry the circumstances couldn't be happier ones. What are you talking about? Forgive me, you are right. It is a sad day. Your grandfather's funeral. Please, know that he loved you very much. What happened to Grandpa? He died peacefully in his sleep. What a blessing to go like that. Yeah, so we don't sign the pact. He dies peacefully in his sleep. You gave this to me yesterday. Don't you remember? But, Kurdin, I was looking for this everywhere. So peculiar, it never leaves me. So, everything is ready for the funeral? Of course. By the way, an old friend of your grandpa will join us. Would you be so kind as to fetch him? He's at Grandpa's old barn. He has come down from his bunker for the first time in many years. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay, so now we go all the way back. And to the barn that's no longer burned down. It says visit the burnt barn, but it's not burned down. Or maybe it is. No, I don't think so, because that would undo what Serpentini did. But if it's burned, then he at least was not inside it. But I don't think it's burned even, right? When we go back, I believe it's just normal. Like these other barns here. Quite a bit of traveling to do to get back to him, but I didn't think this would take as long, although I did have to redo some of it because I had been muted on my mic. So that's part of this. Hello, Corporal Walter. Who are you? I'm Corinne. We have met in the bunker. There is no bunker. That's classified information. Are you a spy? Explain yourself. This is my grandpa's barn. You mean Florine? So you're his grandson. Well, let me tell you, he wasn't a saint. Still, he's part of my company. That's why I'm here for his funeral. Goodbye. Then I go inside here. And I see this. No, that's not what I wanted. No sign of a fire or any violent event ever taking place here. Okay. Alright, so now we'll go. Hello, Corporal Walter.
Laini alla
Proceed.
sepoltura.
Let's proceed with the funeral. Very well. Now, fortunately, we fade, and then we're back. We're at the funeral. We don't have to run all the way back again. So there's that.
Cordin,
Cordine, join us. Everybody here?
Untold Sker.
Is everybody here? Yes. Do you want to say a few words before we lower him into the ground? Oh, look across the way. So you see the cross right by the gravestone here? Just to the left is Florina. Notice what hat she's wearing. She's wearing the old man's hat. So because we did not choose her first, she lives, but she's like either tied to or possessed by or corrupted by the old man. Yeah, I didn't think we'd make it in time. Okay. Yes, you want to say a few words before we lower him into the ground? I'll say a few words. Go ahead, child.
Dat.
Grandpa. It seems there's a lot about you I didn't know. I hope I helped you find peace at last. May your soul rest now. I'm finished. Lord, grant him eternal rest. The eternal light shall shine on him. Let him rest in peace. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, so now I go over here and I grab the shuttle. And we'll use it on this. Amen, Florina says, late. So she does talk. Although she might do a lot more than that now that that's done. Okay. It's time for me to leave. Back down into the city. Think of us from time to time, Kurdin. You are a son of this valley too. Your grandpa, God rest his soul, always said so. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay. We'll talk to Corporal Walter. I'm leaving Mundaun. It came to my attention that you are an imposter. Excuse me? You are not a soldier in our army. Never were. I never said... Never mind. That rifle you're carrying belongs to Soldat Florine. You are to return it where you stole it from at once. Goodbye. And now this is going to be probably creepy because when we talk to Florina, she's going to be all like, I am the old man or whatever, probably. Did you just speak? Silent. Where did you find this hat? Silent. I'm leaving Mundaun. Silent. Maybe when you're a bit older, you too will leave. Adieu, Florina. Silent. Alright. So we will drop off the rifle back at Grandpa's place in his attic. I'm assuming the rest of this probably is the same as what it's looking like, so we'll probably get killed by an avalanche on the way, like on the bus, on the way out of town, is probably what's going to happen. We'll see for sure, but I'm guessing that's a fair bet. Not a huge amount of variance, just a little bit. It's like if you did not save Florina first. No, if you killed Serpentini and you chose Grandpa first before Florina, then there's some dialogue change where the old man says, well, now he's got Florina in place of your grandfather, and Florina gets a hat at the end of the, or at the funeral. I think that's probably the only difference. We'll see. Maybe not. Okay, this. Won't need this any longer. So we put the rifle away. Okay. And now we'll go back. Down. Out. Now back up to the bus stop. Bye, goat. See you later. I'd say see you later, except I won't because I'll get killed in an avalanche. I can almost guarantee. I keep saying that. I need to stop. I can almost guarantee. Don't. Yeah. Don't be annoying, saying the same thing over and over. Okay, so out this gate, goes back to the bus. Alright. And... cutscene. Bye, Mundaun. See y'all later. Don't get a whole lot of room to... There are the mountain peaks where the old man was. Serpentini's place, yep. And what looked like something on the top of the mountain there. Yeah. I think that was actually Florina in this case holding her hand, causing the avalanche. Whereas the other time I think it was the old man himself doing it. Stop. Flies and birds, nature, but we're dead. Okay, so we get this. I don't know of a way to skip this. Sorry, but space, no. Escape, no. Tab, no. Control, no. I hit the Windows key accidentally, so that's obviously also a no. Yeah. I think it's just going to go. So while this goes, I'm going to use the bathroom really fast. I'll come back. We'll do the alternate version where we don't get killed, but Florina still has the hat. And then we'll reverse it and do grandfather with each of those. Sorry, I know I wasn't thinking that it was going to take as long as it is, but it is. We'll probably finish this in about the next 14 minutes, I would guess, something like that. And then we'll go to Summerland, and I'll play for another couple of hours just to make sure we get, or whatever, to the end of Summerland. So that's coming. Yeah, so how are you doing, Siluel? You okay with the world economic system not so great right now? Hopefully. I did not remember the credits being this long. I guess it makes sense. Last time I was talking and saying my thoughts about the game as a whole, so. That wasn't too bad, though. That was a couple minutes was all. It's not too bad. Okay. Now we go load. This. Yeah, that's where we destroyed the painting. We don't do that. What? Is this where his body is? This is where his body is found by the river, I think. Let's do this one. We'll see. If that's wrong, then we need to load farther back, but good. I hope you and your family and friends are all doing well. Yeah. We already got the key, right? Yeah, we already got the tile. Okay. So. Come on. Go, go, go. Okay, so instead of sacrificing Florina, being eternally damned, we're going to go help her first. And then if possible, and it may not be possible, but if possible, then maybe, and then only maybe, when we return to help our grandfather. But the thing is, I think that's not possible. Because I think once you go down into the lower valley, the path up here goes away. And you're no longer able to come back. So I think we go help Florina, and then we just accept that grandfather stays cursed. I really don't think there's another way. And so that's a little bit of a difference, right? Not just, what we did. But it's a little bit of a difference in the sense of just a small difference in time it takes to go find Serpentini's body results in having to choose between Florina surviving or grandfather being or Florina not being cursed or grandfather not being cursed. Like, one of the two will get cursed if you kill Serpentini. Present rifle. I need to get in there to help Grandpa. No, there's no time. Jeremiah's just radioed me. I saw an old man enter the chapel with Florina. Go there at once. This is an order. I'll do this, but not actually go down there. Okay. That opens, but I'm gonna go. Whoa, what? Why? Apparently there was some danger down below that one of those spirits was down there and hurt me when I turned away, I guess. Strange. Son, go. Oh yeah, there's one of them wandering right there. Yep. I guess there are others. Interesting. Not in a good way either, but it is interesting. I mean, it's good in terms of like the game and the the aspects of the game, creativity and all that. But I'm just saying, as far as the actual story that's happening now, because it's what we did, not great. But whatever, it's fine. Okay. So now we're going to have to deal with those guys down below. But actually, the first thing we're going to do is talk to the priest, just like before. Take the zip line back down. him. One more time running from the guys down below on the way to the chapel. It really would be convenient if we could just zip line straight down. But if that were true, there'd probably be enemies down outside of the chapel instead. So, whatever.
Signor Plebon.
Father. Praise the Lord, you are alive. I know all about your pact. A wicked act is taking place in the Dark Chapel. He has Florina with him in there. Why don't you stop him? Isn't that your job? But Kudin, why are you talking like this, child? I'll take care of it. Bless you. You have a good soul, just like your grandfather. Hush. My grandfather was not far from a saint. Time to face him. Here, take this. It will help you against the forces of evil. I will pray for you. I'm going in there. May the Lord be with you, my son. Okay. So. Here. Hi. Steps lights on fire, plus we run into this broski. This way. Come on, get up. Must avoid hay guys. Must avoid evil hay spirit guys. Go, 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 go. Must go, must go, must go, must go. Okay, we made it past the hay guys. Those spirits are pretty relentless. Will not let you go. But it's fine. We're here. Oh, I did also forget. We're going to have to... Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I forgot to accept the pact with grandfather first, but we can go back and do that. It's not... shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think anything from around 10 to 20 minutes ago should be fine. Any save from about that. There we go. You demon, leave her. Welcome to the newest branch of my enterprise. Thanks for bringing me closer to the people. Your lackey is dead. Honestly, I wasn't sure you had it in you. Looks like I was right in putting my trust in you and giving you my gift. I will destroy that cursed barn painting as soon as I have dealt with you. I'm afraid you missed the chance to save your grandpa's eternals. You wasted so much time, you lost it for good. Get away from Florina. Make me. This cursed symbol. You really think mere trinkets would bother me? Whoops, I missed what he said, but that's fine. Yes, I see why you scared the girl right into my arms. You can't have her. You won't have her. Why not? The contract. Any court, worldly or other, would rule in my favor. You are lying. When your ancestors tricked me some decades ago, I was very angry. Now I see it was always meant to be like this. Flurine, your grandfather tricked me. Now I end up with Flurine. It's destiny. You have seen her talents. She was always meant to be by my side. Foul. White. Alright.
Florina!
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 Florina,
Now,
wake
now,
up.
Navon!
There we go. Okay, so we have kill Serpentini, save Grandpa first, and kill Serpentini, save Grandpa first, and reject the contract. So to keep it, so you can fairly follow what I'm doing, we'll reject the contract this time as well. So we have save. I'm here now, truly in the flesh, moment of the pact. So this is kill Serpentini, go Flurina first, and reject the contract. It's a whole army getting into position to attack. Who are you? Leave at once. We're at war. This place is not safe for civilians. I'm Kurdin, your grandson. What are you talking about? Please don't sign this contract. You don't have a choice. It's either this or our end. You must risk it. Don't sign. Nothing is worth signing a pact with him. Not even the fate of this whole valley? Let me think about this, Grandpa. How the hell did you get here? Seems like I'm about to foil your pact. Warn you not to mess with events that have already occurred. Consequences will be dire. Goodbye, fiend. I warned you. You're back. Not like this. Don't sign. I don't know why, but I think you're right. Let's get ready to make a stand. You fools. You are truly lost now. Why aren't they attacking? Something's odd about this. I'll have a look. Be careful. Okay, and I can't run. Unfortunately, because it's snow, I guess, is the reasoning, but... And as with every time, soldiers shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink, and oh, they're just toy soldiers. What a silly old man demon that tried to trick us. What a silly, silly, clever guy. They're just toy soldiers. It's all a cunning trick. It was a cunning trick all along. And just as far as you go, it's just soldiers. Nothing but. At least in Finnish court, would not accept a child to be responsible for any contract. Old man is either not very well versed in legal matters, or was indeed lying there. Yeah, I think he's talking about the specifics of the contract, meaning that you could exchange one for another. And I do think there are some old school contracts that might like talking about like hundreds or thousands of years ago that might have allowed that, but not today. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, that's true. That would not. There's no way that would be. What happened? Okay. My hand is healed. Thank goodness. Okay. Find out what happened last day. I was like, he's gonna let me run ever? There we go. Let's talk to Jeremias at the chapel. And then visit the non-burned or the unburned bar. Now, obviously, if this were not replaying to see the different endings, we would know what the we would not yet know that the barn was not burned anymore. So, oh no, actually, that's not true. In this case, we were too late to save our grandfather. We didn't touch the painting, so the barn will still be burned, I'm sure. Actually. Okay. Cordine, I'm very happy to see you after all this time. You are a young man now. I'm sorry that the circumstances couldn't be happier ones. What are you talking about? Forgive me, you are right. It is a sad day. Your father's funeral. Please know that he loved you very much. What happened to Grandpa? He died peacefully in his sleep. What a blessing to go like that. You gave this to me yesterday. Don't you remember? But, Cordine, I was looking for this everywhere. So peculiar. It never leaves me. So everything is ready for the funeral? Of course. By the way, an old friend of your grandpa will join us. Would you please be so kind as to fetch him? He's at Grandpa's old barn. He has come down from his bunker for the first time in many years. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay. Visit the burned barn. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Since we failed to save Grandfather in this time, right, because we saved Florina instead, the barn will be burned still. We did not undo the curse, nor the horrible death where he got burned to death. The Mouvelle truck's over there waiting for me still. I'm not going to use you, bro, but nice try. But no. No, 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 no. Okay, so once again, this is Serpentini killed, grandfather, or Serpentini killed, Florina chosen over grandfather, and then do not sign the pact. Hello, Corporal Walter. Who are you? I'm Cordine. We have met in the bunker. There is no bunker. That is classified information. Are you a spy? Explain yourself. This is my grandpa's barn. You mean Florine? So you're his grandson. Well, let me tell you, he wasn't a saint. Still, he was part of my company. That's why I'm here for his funeral. Goodbye. Huh. Okay, and then go back over here. There's no sign of a fire or any violent event ever taking place here. Start funeral. Talk to Jeremias or Walter. I mean, we could all go all the way back and talk to Jeremias, but like, why did we run? We just can warp there, right? Hello, Corporal Walter. Let's proceed with the funeral. Very well. Oh, there's one other alternative. We have 2 more endings to do where we accept the pact. I forgot in each case. I can always try to put, well, maybe, I don't know if I can or not. I could potentially try to put the rifle back before Walter tells me to, but I don't know. That might mess with timing and stuff because we get an official quest. So maybe not until after. I won't worry about it. Godin, join us.
Untold Sker.
Is everybody here? Yes. Do you want to say a few words before we lower him into the ground? I'll say a few words. Go ahead, child. Grandfather? Or grandpa? It seems there's a lot about you I didn't know. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I don't know where you are now. You did some questionable things, but you didn't deserve this end. I'm finished. Lord, grant him his eternal rest. The eternal light shall shine upon him. Let him rest in peace. Amen. Amen. Wait. Why she still got the hat? Okay, I think Serpentini's the big trigger. I don't know what the difference is doing her first or not. Amen. It's time for me to leave. Back down into the city. Think of us from time to time, Godin. You are a son of this valley, too. Your grandpa, God rest his soul, always said so. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. I'm leaving Mundaun. It came to my attention that you are an impostor. Excuse me? You are not a soldier in our army. Never were. I never said... Never mind. The rifle you're carrying belongs to Soldat Florine. You are to return it to where you stole it from once. Goodbye. And then Florina. Did you just speak? Where did you find this hat? I'm leaving Mundaun. Maybe when you're a bit older, you too will leave. Adieu, Florine. Alright. I think we pretty much have this figured out. Like, all the other endings are going to be just like before, except with or without the hat on Florina. I think basically she has the hat no matter what, apparently. Because we went to her before going to try to help Grandfather. And so Grandfather stayed cursed. She's still got the friggin' hat. Does that mean she's under curse now as well? So basically, you don't want to kill Serpentini, I guess. The only 2 alternatives we've not done are to sign the pact anyway on both of these other paths. So we'll do that really fast. Those should be far less time consuming. They don't have to go through enemies or anything. I'll already be in the past where I'm choosing whether or not to sign the pact. I believe we just can load while we're in the past. If not, then it'll be just before, like at the church itself. I don't know which, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, we went the long way apparently. Could have just got through. Anyway. Almost done. Sorry, I didn't realize this, like, doing these other endings was going to take quite as long as it did. Alright. So there's gonna be, help me, if you have a good eye, Silhouette, help me spot it. There's gonna be on the edge of one of these cliffs, somebody holding their hand out. I thought it was Florina last time, but I thought before it was the old man, but I don't know. Yeah, there's Florina with the hat, and she's holding out her arm. So she's causing the avalanche anyway? We get killed by the avalanche no matter what, because we rejected the contract in the past. We changed history. So we get killed anyway.
Money Jones,
No way around that. Driver, stop. Okay, I'm going to manually kill it. We don't have to delay as long. We'll let it, if it's going to, yeah, sync up. A second. Come on, okay, play. So this. This still even having to load the beginning and stuff. Still probably, I'm sure this is still faster than the end credits. Yeah. Okay. Okay, load. This is the one with choosing her first. This is the one with choosing him first, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, so we'll do this one, 1102, and then we want 1133. Okay. Yeah. Just the final stretch, the climb up to the chapel, and then in the past we make the choice. So we keep the pact both times. Yeah, see, the barn burning is not a consequence of the curse that, or of the pact that our grandfather made. The barn burning is a consequence of Serpentini and his actions. You demon, leave her. Welcome to the newest branch of Enterprise. Thanks for bringing me closer to the people. Your lackey is dead. I'm glad honestly, I wasn't sure you had it in you. Looks like I was right in putting my trust in you, giving you my gift. I destroyed that curse. The curse on Grandpa is lifted. Well, that really was to my taste. Too old, too baptized. This specimen is very much to my liking. Get away from Florina. Make me. This cursed symbol. Did you really think no trinkets would bother me? Let me have a closer look at you. Yes, I see why you scared the girl right into my arms. You won't have her. I'm afraid the deed is done, my boy. You are too late to change anything. You are lying. Your ancestors took me some decades ago. I was very young. Now I see it was always meant to be like this. Florine, your grandfather tricked me. Now I end up with Florina. It's destiny. You've seen her talents. She was always meant to be by my side. You foul. Right. Florina. Florina, wake up.
Now,
The burning from his hand. I feel like when you destroy the barn burning, that heals his hand, and that also makes it so she doesn't freak out when you grab her hand. I think that's when it happened. I'm trying to remember, but I think so. Okay. Part of this is the lack of ability to skip cutscenes when you know it's going to be the same thing over again. It's not the end of the world, but it does make it take longer.
Ho sogno proprio che scoccasciamo da piala d'ossa.
In the flesh.
Il momento del pact.
The moment of the pact. Who are you? Leave at once. We're at war. This place is not safe for civilians.
Das un Kurdin.
I'm Kurdin, your grandson. What are you talking about? Please, don't sign this contract. I don't have a choice. It's either this or our end. You must risk it. Don't sign. Nothing is worth signing a pact with him. Not even the fate of this whole valley? Let me think about this, Grandpa. How the hell did you get here? Seems like I'm about to foil your pact. I warn you not to mess with events that have already occurred. Consequences will be dire. Bye, fiend. I warned you. You're back. Don't sign or sign. Wait a certain amount of time for okay, sign it. You're right, sign it. This might be the lesser evil. Let's get it over with. Seems to be in order. Witty, 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 wow. Probably nobody on the stream or that watches this later even will know what I'm talking about. There was way long time ago, probably in the 1980s, I think, there was a strawberry shortcake cartoon, and there was a villain called Sour Grapes. That was her cry, or her call. Now it is your turn to fulfill your side of the bargain. See you in 10 days. You know where I live. And this broski's just watching. Like, what's up? I did not think this was going to be 2 hours of this. Well, hour and a half. Hour and 45 minutes, somewhere in there. Contracts made. Old man is required to do his goat dance. Yeah. Do the goat dance. That's right. What? What happened? Let's follow you. Find out what happened. Talk to Jeremiah at the chapel. Visit the burned barn. Now in this case, because we destroyed the barn painting first, the barn will not be burned. So our grandfather passed peacefully in his sleep. It's what it should be, at least. But Florina wears the black hat of the old man. And then in the final one, it's going to be the same thing as this, except we did not save grandfather from the pact. Oh, this is still destroyed? Oh, interesting. That is different. Oh, right, because if we let the pack stand, they still destroy the barn, yeah, or the chapel, that's right. Greetings, Father. May the Lord be with you, my son. What happened last night? I can't remember. You went into the chapel, then it all went dark. We found you this morning in the ruins of the chapel. Where is Florina? Is she all right? She is around somewhere, and she is unharmed. I think you saved her life and her soul. Here. Take this back. A lot of good it did. He just laughed at me. I'm sure it did help. You think the old man is gone? He is never truly gone. As long as there's mankind, there will be one like him. We are very close to our Lord up here. For this reason, the other one's presence is also felt strongly here. Now that it is over, it's time to have a ceremony for Grandpa. Walter is waiting for you at the burnt-out barn. He has come down from his bunker for the first time in many years. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay, well, we know Serpentini died because in our conversation with the old man, we said that he was dead. So I don't know why the barn would be burned down, since we also destroyed the barn burning painting. I feel like the barn won't be burned down in this case. I wouldn't expect it to be. Just like before with the other. Tell you what, I am happy that we're almost done with this because I am getting tired of this game. I'm not of the overall, but this last part, this replaying for the endings, it's the same thing over and over again, and it's not a short same thing over and over again, so yeah. There's a reason I don't tend to be completionist in games. There's some it's kind of automatic. Like I actually think Summerland will be automatic for the achievements, but there's a reason I don't generally do it because it's just too much of the same thing repeated over and over and over. And especially in a case like this where you can't just skip cutscenes and stuff. it takes a long time to get them all.
BNG Corporal Walter.
Hello, Corporal Walther.
Ai tat.
Is Grandpa still in there? He is
Jau
in
destruiu
there.
il maletg.
I destroyed the painting. The fire never happened. If you say so.
Has ti veu Florina?
Florina, have you seen Florina? Jeremiah's told me you saved her. But to me, she seems different somehow. Ah, see. Wait, but I think you said that the last time too. I don't know. If I find out you did something to her, there will be hell to pay.
Adia, Corporal Walter.
Goodbye. Huh. Okay, we go in here.
El para de USA
He looks very peaceful. Okay. Start funeral.
BNG Corporal Walter.
Hello, Corporal Walter. Proceed.
Laini alla sepoltura.
Let's proceed with the funeral. Very well. All right. Okay. Corinne, join us.
Untold Skell.
Is everybody here? Yes. Do you want to say a few words before we lower him into the ground?
Jau djecim perplex.
I'll say a few words. Go ahead, child.
Tat.
Grandpa.
Scoi para de vibiacio.
Seems there's a lot about you I didn't know.
Eu spero que eu
I hope you find peace at last.
Possa ti olmen fla il ruolo.
May your soul rest. No,
Ja sono fin.
I'm finished. Lord, grant him eternal rest. The eternal light shine upon him, or shall shine upon him. Let him rest in peace. Amen.
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 That was said differently. That was not Florina's voice. Oh. Wonder why I didn't have that voice on the other one. The other version. I thought it didn't, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hang on. That's fine, whatever. It's time for me to leave. Back down into the city. Think of us from time to time, Corinne. You are a son of this valley too. Your grandpa, God rest his soul, always said so.
Adia.
Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay, now, Walter.
Jau ben doen Mundaun.
I'm leaving Mundaun. Give me my attention that you are an imposter. Excuse me? You're not a soldier in our army. Never were.
I
never said... Never mind. That rifle you're carrying belongs to Soldat Florine. You are to return it to where you stole it from at once.
Adia, Corporal
Goodbye. And now Florina.
Asti gracin, ciao.
Did you just speak?
Ben onder asco capi.
Where did you find this hat?
Jau ben doen il Mundaun.
I'm leaving Mundaun.
Forse vens tiede di neven cu ties in
Maybe when you're a bit older, you too will leave.
Adia, Florina.
Adieu, Florina. She just looks like Florina with a hat. Nothing special that way. Discovered radio frequency 171.3. I don't know what that does. 171.3. Should I go try to use that? I didn't try that before. I wonder what that does. Probably nothing. I'm going to... I don't think it'll do anything. In the very unlikely chance that using that frequency, 171.3, causes a different ending or some weird thing, I'm going to save inside Grandpa's house first. And then... Nope, I don't want that. Oh, yeah, you know what? I can do that. That'll bring it here. That's fine. Then I don't have to go as far to use it. That's fine. And now I'm supposed to return the rifle. Come on. Hung up on stuff. There, I won't need this anymore. Down. Down. And let's get in here. And that. 171.3. It's going to be the high end of stuff. Is that it? Maybe that's it. And then I'll go back down. Okay, yeah, I don't think anything happened. Alright? Okay, stop. Let me... Okay, it didn't give me the prompt for Q, but hitting Q let me go anyway. Okay. So I don't know. I don't think that frequency does anything at all. Okay, she spoke with a different voice. Or maybe it was actually still her voice, but it sounded a lot different than previous times. So I don't know what that means. Are we still going to get killed by the avalanche even though we let the contract proceed? We'll find out, I suppose. Bye, old man. Stuff. Serpentini doesn't have a house anymore. Yeah, she's there still, with the hat on still. So... her arm's stretched out, but I don't think that she's like... you know, 1942 Germany type thing. I think she's... I think it's supposed to be she's waving, saying goodbye. I think. We proceed and leave. Is that it? Otherwise, no difference except she has the hat. That's when we were not able to save her soul in time. We did save grandfather. These cutscenes and the not skipping possibility dough. That happened no matter what if we make it out of there. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I don't think that's... what happens with the other endings? Different song for sure. Interesting. Okay, so that is a difference. Okay. I think this final song is the same. Pretty sure. Okay, and then... I'm sorry, I know it's super annoying. One very final last time. Really don't like that this doesn't let you skip stuff. It just makes everything take so much longer. But fortunately, this is the very last one. Then we'll actually get into something that I'm looking forward to, which is doing the latter part of Summerland. All right. So the one I wrote down was 1133. That one should let us. Yep. This should be where we saved grandfather but could not save her. No, we saved. We did not save grandfather, and we are saving her. So Serpentini's dead. Save Florina, and then we will accept the pact.
Demoni.
You demon, leave her. Welcome to the newest branch of my enterprise. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm just gonna... These things, we're just gonna do this and skip this. This curse is so crap. We're gonna do it one more time. Like, load this again one more time. I was skipping dialogue thinking let's be faster, but I forgot where he says things that are different since I'm doing it for the different endings. So I'll have those like recorded separately and have them uploaded on YouTube, split up from this stream. I want to make sure that I have all those. Let's try this again without skipping through all the dialogue. Sorry about that.
Demoni.
You demon, leave her. Welcome to the newest branch of my enterprise. Thanks for bringing me closer to the people. Your lackey is dead. I'm glad you did. Honestly, I wasn't sure you had it in you. Looks like I was right in putting my trust in you and giving you my gift. I will destroy that cursed bonfire painting as soon as I've dealt with you. I'm afraid you missed your chance to save your grandfather and Grandpa's eternal soul. You wasted so much time. You lost him for good. Get away from Florina. Make me. This cursed symbol. Did you really think a mere trinkets would bother me? Let's have a closer look at you. Yes, I see why you scared the girl right into my arms. You won't have her. Why not? You signed the contract? Any court, worldly or other, would rule in my favor. You are lying. Your ancestors tricked me some decades ago. I was very angry. But now I see it was always meant to be like this. Florine, your grandfather tricked me. Now I end up with Florina. It's destiny. You've seen her talent. She was always meant to be by my side. Foul. just like gonna chomp on her, like eat her. What the frick? Florina.
Florina!
Florina, wake
Now,
up.
now, Navon! Now, now, Navon!
There we go. It's like, wait for the hand symbol. Final time. We'll be there in just a minute or two, and then, or just like, I would guess maybe 10 minutes tops, maybe another 5 minutes though, probably, and then we'll be done. Something like that. Well, we still have like conversations, so more like 7 or 8 minutes probably. I'm truly here now in the flesh. The moment of the pact. Who are you? Leave at once. We're at war. This place is not safe for civilians. I'm Kurdin, your grandson. What are you talking about? Please, don't sign the contract. I don't have a choice. It's either this or our end. You must risk it. Don't sign. Nothing is worth signing a pact with him. Not even the fate of this whole valley? Let me think about this, Grandpa. How the hell did you get here? Seems like I'm about to foil your pact. I warn you not to mess with events that have already occurred. The consequences will be dire. Goodbye, fiend. I warned you. You're back. Don't sign or sign. Sign
Ti has ragione. Sottoscriva. Questo essere il plipin dils dus
This might be the lesser evil. Let's get it over with. Florine, and then whatever his last name is, I'm not sure. I don't remember. F something and then a C, it looks like. Everything seems to be in order. Broski, why are you outside there just peeking in? I don't think I can go around this backside, right? Oh, I can. Still can't see him any better, though, so it doesn't matter. Yes. It's a whole army getting into position to attack. Okay. Now it is your turn to fulfill your side of the bargain. See you in 10 days. You know where I live. What? What happened? What's up, buddy? Take me out of here. Find out what happened. So this is more for my own benefit later when I'm looking through the footage to do endings. This is Serpentini killed, Florina saved, grandfather burned, and accepted the pact. You open the door? There we go. Wonderful.
Bienvenue, signor
Greetings, Father.
Deus seja contai, mio
May the
figlio.
Lord be with you, my son.
C'è sciabiao la no
What
vergata.
happened last night?
Io se ricordo il
I
buon.
can't
Che
remember.
hai usato la caplotto.
You went into the
Noi
chapel,
siamo
then it all went dark. We found you this morning in the ruins of the chapel.
Nu ai Florina?
Where's
Covai
Florina?
con ella?
Is she all right?
Ella è insenua.
She is
Ed ella è
around
popolo
somewhere,
sana.
and she is unharmed.
Io credo che ti ha
I think you
spendrato
saved her
il
life
vita.
and her
Essa è
soul.
Alba.
Here,
Keu. Prempus
Take this back.
Ja al bugidao.
a lot of good it did. He just laughed at me.
Io
I'm sure it did help.
Do
Do you think the old man is gone?
Ella è mai proprio
He's never truly gone.
Si dice che da Cristian.
As long as there's mankind, there will be one like him. We are very close to our Lord up here. For this reason, the other one's presence is also felt strongly here. Now that it's over, it's time to have a ceremony for my grandpa. Walter is waiting for you at the burned out barn. He has come down from his bunker for the first time in many years. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Okay, so now let's go to the burned out barn. Getting close, and then holy crap, I can finally stop redoing parts of this game over and over. Don't need to save anything. I don't know what I'm doing. Just go through. I already did that radio frequency from before. Didn't seem to do anything. And we already also saved at that point, so yeah, stuff. I wonder why everything was igniting on fire the night before. Well, I guess we kind of beat the old man. That must be what it is, right? So now things don't ignite on fire because the old man is no longer a threat, at least presently.
Bienvenue, Corporal Walter.
Hello, Corporal Walter. Is Grandpa still in there? I don't know what that is in that barn, but it's not you, Grandpa. Not anymore. Have you seen Florina? She's fine. Jeremiah's told me you saved her. I don't know what happened. I don't trust you. You're lucky she wasn't hurt, or I would have come for you. Leave her alone.
Adia, Corporal Walter.
Goodbye. Huh. Yeah. So go back in here. He is still in there, yep. Where is... Yeah. See how there were the other statues we saw before? Like if you go destroy the barn painting, there the statues like at the end there, and also heading up to the chapel right before. So it looks like if you let grandfather fall to the curse, he becomes this form. Interesting. I was too late.
Sto mal, che vai proprio su fazia per
I'm sorry I couldn't do more for you guys. What? Did I just get myself killed? Whoa. Get out of there. Ah. I'm sure when I see the child, we'll find out what happened. Oh, this is a new one. I have to talk to Jeremiah at the chapel anyway. I have an additional quest point, apparently. Talking big, but I didn't see him trying to save the girl. Oh, Walter? Yeah. Walter's probably drunk. Too drunk to do anything. That dude, he always wants his schnapps. He's like, when you go, like when you're going to head up to the bunker, originally, one of the quest items you had to bring with you was schnapps. And like, there's at least 1 or 2 other times when he asks for schnapps. And you're only here like 4 days total in game time. So it's like, bruh. Whoa! Oh. Did not mean to go down there. Fortunately, it didn't kill me. So I guess we're okay. I'm limping with a broken leg now. I wasn't paying attention that I didn't quite get over far enough to the left. That's fine. Yeah, but I mean, like, he asked for schnapps 3 or 4 times, and you're only here for like 4 or 5 days. That's like almost a bottle of schnapps a day. Like, I think you had to bring one to him originally. Then I believe the morning after, so you were in the bunker, stayed overnight. When those spirits came in, you go back to sleep finally, avoid the spirits, and go back to the bunk and sleep. When you wake up in the morning and talk to him, he asked for schnapps again, I believe, if I remember right. I might be misremembering, but I think that's right. Greetings, Father. May the Lord be with you, my son. Huh. But it didn't get crossed. Well, whatever, that's fine. We couldn't recover his body. It's not him anymore. We will still have a ceremony. It's important that you can say goodbye. Okay, so that'll probably get talk to him plus talk to Father Jeremiah's plus start the funeral. Whatever, okay. Cordine, join us. It's sad burying an empty coffin. I failed him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Cordine. Maybe you would like to put something of his in the coffin instead. Do you want to say a few words before we lower him into the ground? I'll say a few words. Go ahead, child. What can I put in there? This. There we go. Put his lantern in there. Grandpa? Seems there's a lot about you I didn't know. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I don't know where you are now. You did some questionable things, but you didn't deserve this end. I'm finished. Lord, grant him eternal rest. The eternal light shall shine on him. Let him rest in peace. Amen. 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 Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, and she's still got the hat too. That's messed up. So basically, you have to save Serpentini, or you're done. Like, Florina is cursed unless you save Serpentini, is what it looks like. Which is fine with me. I was gonna save him anyway. I'm just doing this just to see. Okay. It's time for me to leave. Back down into the city. Think of us from time to time, Cordine. You are a son of this valley too. Your grandpa, God rest his soul, always said so. Goodbye, Father.
Io sei contento.
The Lord be with you.
Jou bent doen, Mundaun.
I'm leaving Mundaun.
Sarà qui tau amica ti
It
sei
came to my attention that you are an imposter.
Che son jou?
Excuse
Ti
me?
is mai staus
You are not
in
a soldier in
Mundaun.
our army. Never were.
Jou ai mai
I never said... Never mind.
La buis che ti has portato
That
usata
rifle
al
you're
soldato
carrying
Florin.
belongs to Soldat Fleurin.
Ti stas portando a vosa ella
You
dell'auna
are
che
to
ti has
return it to where you stole it from at once.
Adia, corporal.
Goodbye.
Ah.
And once again... Yeah, see, why is she wearing that hat? So funky. The other way is the best way, I guess. Just not like saving Giovanni. Or saving Serpentini. Same guy. Anyway.
Asti gracin, ciao.
Did you just speak?
De non darasco
Where
capire.
did you find this hat?
Jou bent doen, el Mundaun.
I'm leaving Mundaun.
Forse vens die di neven cu ti
Maybe,
pau pi
when you're a bit older, you too will leave.
Adia, Florina.
Adieu, Florina. Leave Mundaun by bus. Okay, drop the rifle off at Grandpa's and then get the trash out of here. And then we'll be done. We will have done every ending of the game, as far as I know. It's possible there's a hidden ending. Again, I'm not a completionist. I was wondering how much more of the story you potentially could get from different endings. Really, you do get a little bit, right? Not a ton, but you do get a little bit. Like, for example, our grandfather turning into that statue like the others. Now we realize what becomes of him if you still have the pact signed and you do not save him. You save Florina instead. So, and it's not wholly surprising. It does also give you a small, obviously making the connection, piece of information, which is, oh yeah, I was going to return his rifle. Let me do that really fast. It gives you one other piece of information, right? Which is that those other statues you saw are other people that fell to the old man's curse in the past. I mean, I don't know 100 exactly % that that's true, but I can't imagine it's anything else. It's got to be that.
Kel, quella drovio buco.
There, I won't need this anymore. Otherwise, why would he be the same form as they were? It's trying to say that all those people that were statues before had the same fate befall them, which was turning into those statues permanently slaves, their souls belonging to the old man or whatever. And our grandfather became the same way, and so same thing with him. I did not check on the endings, but I can't see that there would be any difference of any kind. I already on the very first ending before I got it went over to our secret special cave over there. There was nothing different, so I don't see why there would be anything different on the different endings. So I'm not going to do it every time. It's just more wandering that isn't needed. As it is, returning the rifle really is just more wandering. It's an optional thing you can do. Doesn't mean you win the game any better or something. It's neither here nor there, so I don't know. And our way out of Mundaun. Bye, creepy old man Peaks. Bye, foolish and evil Serpentini house. Serpentini and his house. Bye, waving goodbye, old man servant Florina. Bye, massive blanket of fog that we can never see past because we're so high up in the mountains. Bye, avalanche that will not hit me this time because we kept the pact. That's interesting, though. Now let's see if there's a difference in what's said at the ending here when we go in the tunnel again. Unfortunately, this is all a cutscene, like I said before, which means that we have to make this turn again to the left, yet another one, just to get to the tunnel. Now we'll finally get to the tunnel, see if there's anything more gets said.
Sì, Gio, e vi e no, ed assaggio in profondità.
So that's the same song. So it's when you stop the curse, but you get killed by the avalanche, that it does the higher woman singing. And when it's you keep the curse and make your way out of Mundaun, then it does his singing, I guess. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to let this play. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to get a couple things to drink. And then we're going to go into Summerland and do the rest of that. So. Okay. All right. So we're finally done. Done with this game. Took a while. Okay. Let me let GOG sync up really fast, and then I will go to Summerland. So exit that. Start up Steam. Let me change logos. It's going to be Summerland again. I don't remember when we did things in Summerland. I can't remember. I can't remember the GUI in that. If it'd be smarter to move this. I don't think so. I'm not. Oh wait, no, I did. What did I do? I did. I don't remember. Give me 1 second here. I can look and see really fast. I want this one. That's muted. I did. That's how I did it. Okay, that's right. Okay. Move this. This over here. And this over here. Okay, and then we do this. No. Dang it. I always grab the wrong thing. I don't like this new version of OBS. Well, some of it is actually pretty good, but it's got a problem, which is it lets me grab things that aren't active on the screen. It's really, I don't want to grab that. I want to grab this. Thank you. There's something underneath it, but it's hidden. It should not be something you can grab. Or at least there should be a setting for that. Maybe there's a setting and I shouldn't see it. Okay, I did for this one. That, yeah. Okay. There. This we moved over here. And up. There. That. And then we switch this to this. And it goes something like here. Okay. This goes up. And something like that, actually. I think it's maybe about the right size. Okay. And then that's pretty close. That's pretty close to the setup we had last time. So we'll leave that. That's fine. Okay. Library. S. S is for super. Summerland. There we go. Play. Okay, so we will continue that. Switch this to. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So, I did not mean for that to take more than 2 hours, but we're done at least. I thought I'd have more. I thought I had more save points in between, so I'd be able to just load more quickly. But apparently, that was not true. So, okay, so we finished at least the first 4, possibly the first 5 trials. Actually, let me think. Investigation at the very beginning. Back home with our son. Then at police headquarters. Then back with our son again. Then erasing evidence. No. We were only at our son's place once, and then our son again. So that's 5 now. And then, anyway, we're close. We have like 2 or maybe 3 left, something like that. Something like that. We're close. Pretty close, anyway. All right.
You know, I'm having a lot of trouble understanding you. What you're doing is awful, but you seem to have remorse? I mean, your intentions are good, but God, I just... What you're doing is inherently bad. You are committing crimes, you are helping criminals, but no. You know what? I deal with the bad people, and if I deal with the bad people, then you're a bad person. What was it you said before? I don't have much remorse. If you've done something bad, then you deserve the punishment. Well, good. Glad that's all sorted out. Before you go into your next trial, I wanted to question you just one last time, if you'll indulge me. I say that like you have a choice. Okay, into the next room you go. Chop, chop.
He's definitely not very nice to us, but that's okay. Okay, so selfish or selfless, inherent. Yeah, inherent humanity, that's right. And I think inherently
I don't think
we're
it's
selfish.
any secret that people act on instinct, at least partially. What's a bit more divisive is what those instincts are exactly. Some would argue that, by nature, the human race cares about survival and protecting what's close to them. They want to ensure that their lives are protected and live to the fullest. In short, they believe that people are inherently selfish. On the other hand, some people believe that people will naturally disregard their own wants and desires for the betterment of a larger community. People would rather benefit the world as a whole rather than benefit themselves. In short, not selfish. So what do you think? Are people inherently selfish by nature, or no? Once you answer, head back through the door to your next trial.
Yeah. So I think, like I said last week, I think people are inherently selfish. I'm not saying they can't learn to be selfless, or there aren't. I'm also not saying there are not some aspects that are selfless, but by and large, people are selfish. And my evidence for that, there are several things you can use as evidence. For example, some people will give to charity, but they'll only give to charity if they are like religious or something, so they've learned to try to be selfless, or they have a lot of money and so they give to a charity because they feel they can afford to, like it won't put a burden on them. It's not difficult for them, so they're willing to give to a charity. Or maybe even they give to a charity to show off to their friends. Look what I did. So some of those even are selfish. But anyway, generally, like giving to a charity or not is either you're taught to be selfless or only as long as it's not inconvenient for you. So that screams being selfish. Also, like by nature, I mean. Also, if you look at a poll, I don't know if they have polls like in Finland very often or anything, but in America, we have polls as during the time when you're coming up to any election, like if it's a mayor election or the president of the United States or a senator, any election pretty much, they'll have polls coming out where they have people call and ask different people, how do you feel about this issue, this person, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And right now, for example, when things economically are more difficult, most people don't want to embrace things that would benefit the world as a whole, like tackling global warming or trying to, spread democracy abroad or whatever, right? Something that, I'm not trying to be political. I'm just saying like something that would potentially affect the whole world, right? They tend to be more desiring of things that will help them. So economically it's difficult. So people tend to want to do things that they believe will improve the economy. They don't care about clean energy. They don't care about, whatever else. They don't think in broad terms of the world as a whole and climate change later or any of that. They tend to think of that's in the future. I want to help me and my family now. So they tend to be selfish. So those couple of things right there tell me that by default, humanity is selfish. Again, and also there's nature. Humans have rational thought, but we're also animals by nature, right? Or like technically we're animals, we're mammals, right? We just happen to have a higher, like the ability to reason. So, because we're animals, we have instinct also. And instinct tends to be might makes right, survival of the fittest idea, right? Which means that we're more concerned with things that animals are as well. We have that still as some part instinctually in us, which is we need to survive. So our survival instincts will kick in, which will make us make selfish decisions. Well, I realize everybody around me is starving. I only have enough food for me, or for me and maybe my family, nobody else. So we're going to get it and everybody else can go off, really. Right? So that, again, would be another example, I think, of selfishness. By nature. I'm not saying people cannot be selfless. And I'm not saying it's good to be selfish. I'm saying by nature, we default naturally to a selfish position. Yes, exactly. Yes, 100 million% Silhouette. Exactly. That's exactly what I feel, right? It's just like having emotion. Everybody, not everybody, maybe some people learn never to do it, I guess, but pretty much everybody feels angry or feels depressed or feels excited or whatever, right? How you act based on that emotion. Same idea. Yep, exactly. You can have the thing, but how you act based on that is important. So people are selfish by nature. Okay. Yeah, so this is trial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we have, looks like 7 and 8, 2 more, and then you must complete your trials, whatever that last one is. Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
So this is Charlie's place. Why is it so small? I know I cleaned at least $100K from the laundromat. Where's all of that money going? Whatever. I need to get what I came here for. Have to stay quiet, though.
Oh. I have a gun? Well, poop? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That is not good. I don't know where any of his stuff is going to be. I mean, I wouldn't normally think... Normally, I would not think it'd be in the kitchen. But if you're trying to hide money, I suppose you might want to try somewhere that you don't think people will look. Maybe. I wonder if this is going to be I have to actually aim and shoot. I'm not the best with shooters. I'm okay. Sometimes I do all right. So we'll see. I cannot crouch. So there's not really a sneak mode here. That's because I bumped into the table. It's not actually a key I'm hitting. It's the camera responding when there's an unexpected obstacle or whatever.
Oh, Charlie.
Sam, enclosed in this envelope is some extra money for Beverly. I know you got enough to get her everything she needs, but maybe treat her to something nice. She deserves it. And hey, I know you don't want me to, but could you please reconsider letting me see her? I know what I do isn't best for her, but it's all I've got now. I just want to see her for a little bit. Just let me have a day with her. I love her more than anything, and it'd mean the world to me. Take good care of her, and I hope to hear back from you. Charlie. Damn. And that's Charlie's money, so we're not taking that, which makes sense. We just want the money that was promised to us, right? Huh. Cute kid. Okay. Well.
This has to be where he keeps the money. I need to find a way to break into it. It's locked up tight. I need something to open it with.
You really? You just have a closet with a safe sitting on a stool? That feels like that's a trap, not actually what I want. So do I need something to open this and then to get the combo from there? I guess.
Charlie's asleep in there. I need to be quiet. Charlie's asleep in there. I need to be quiet.
Oh, okay. I need something to open that, and that's just a normal key. Okay. Where would keys be? I didn't see a key as I was looking around. Cup. And he says I need to be quiet, so it's not like I can shoot the vase or something to see if I can get something from there. Oh, here now I get the screwdriver probably, right? Yeah.
I could use this to wedge into the safe. Just need something to jam it in with.
I don't know what you're planning on using. The toaster? I mean, I don't know what... There's not like a hammer or anything around that I see. This? No. Really not sure. Not this, right? Yeah, it's just that. Vase, flowers. Yeah, what? This? Cutting board? No. Knife? No. Pot? No. I have no idea. No clue what I'm supposed to jam in the screwdriver with. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, here we go. Hammer I didn't see on the couch.
You should be able to open the safe with these.
Yeah. Okay. Sure, buddy. I can't...
Okay, quiet now. And there. God, this is more than enough. I can get my medicine and... I'm not leaving you just yet, Joey. All right. Let's get out of here.
Oh. That used that? Really? Oh, there's an Uzi in there. That's not great.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'm so stupid. He's going to trace this back to me. He knows where I live and... shit. He knows about Joseph. What am I doing? I shouldn't have done this. I can't go back. The safe is already broken and my prints are all over it. Okay. Calm down. You can handle this. I can't let him follow me. I know what I have to do. I can do this. I have to do this. For Joseph.
Well, that's not great. Achievement unlocked. I think they may just be that way.
You know what? I just don't get it. I don't understand you because you're everything I've ever gone against, and everything points to you being an awful person, but I don't know. I mean, for God's sakes, you just killed that guy. You killed him, but you were protecting your son. Or were you just protecting yourself? Yeah, that's a question. How much of what you're doing is wanting to be sure you stay alive for your son, and how much is you just not wanting to die? Is he just some justification for you, or do you actually care? I mean, given that you're here talking to me, obviously things didn't work out too well, did they? You've been tampering with crime scenes, you completely betrayed the trust of someone who looked up to you. I don't understand you. The thing is, I have no idea what your motives are. Well, I know what you think your motives are, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe I've been doing this wrong all along. Not just with you, but I never cared about motive. I never cared about the other people in everyone's life. Bad people were bad people. Now you've come along to mess everything up.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. Do you think this is real? No, really. Do you think I'm real? Why don't you just make me say what you want already? I don't get you at all. I don't know. You have one more trial. I suggest you get a move on.
I need to get everything ready. Food, water, keys. My backpack should be upstairs.
Okay, so you need a backpack probably first. And food, water, keys. I don't know. This one? Do the backpack is probably? Oh, well, I guess it's fine.
I'm definitely gonna need these, but I'll need to grab my backpack first.
Okay, so backpack's not in there. Backpack's gonna be in my room probably. Where would I keep it? I don't even know. Could be downstairs too, but I wouldn't think so. Maybe though. I don't know. Is there a light? Yeah, here we go. What is in there? Nothing, I guess. Can't open those. Oh. But this isn't a backpack, it's a bag, but fine.
Okay.
Oh, no, it is.
I need to get the supplies.
It's a backpack. The shoulder straps were up, so I thought it was carrying straps, not shoulder straps. Okay. Food, water, keys. This.
A few days worth of water.
Food, I guess. No. No. Oh, there's down here, right, where we fixed the. There's a pantry too, right? Yeah.
Okay, good. This'll be enough for a few weeks.
I gotta get what? Keys and then Joey, I guess, also probably. Where did I leave my keys? Just the table? I don't know. Not the kitchen table, probably this one. Maybe. Do I want to be turning on the lights in here? I don't think. Maybe. Keys. End table here? Side table? No. Not in the coat pocket either. Okay, it must be upstairs. I guess if that's one more check, make sure I didn't miss it. Yeah, that's true. Let's go ahead and turn this off because I don't really generally probably want lights to let people know that I'm here. I don't think that matters in the game, I'm sure. I'm just kind of doing a bit of role-playing or whatever. Yeah, so keys in my room, I would guess, right? Unless they're on the counter here, but I don't think so. Yep, one more time with him and his wife. Last time we might see that. Like, he probably gets killed on the way out of here. I thought he might get shot or something over at Charlie's place, but I guess not. I still don't see keys. Okay. Hey, buddy. Maybe he already has his keys. Maybe I don't actually have to grab them. I know I'm positive I should probably grab Joey, right? So.
It's okay, buddy. We're gonna find somewhere safe.
Maybe not. Or maybe I don't grab him until after I get the keys. Okay, where would I have put the keys? It's not on the end table. It's not here. This is like a bowl or whatever, or a saucer. Well, I might need medication. Do I have it in the bathroom? That might be a thing. Maybe not, actually. It doesn't look like it. Okay. So not there. See anything in there? I don't think there's anything. The medications are the only thing I thought might be in the bathroom that we might need to grab. But I don't see that, so... Where would my keys be? Guitar. The lamp with the picture. Fine. Turn that off. I don't care. I thought maybe over by his badge or something, but don't see anything over here to grab. Very confusing. I don't think that's what we need then. Back downstairs. I must have missed it. Means I'm turning the lights on again, probably. Oh, maybe the keys are on the kitchen table? The magazine. No keys. Ah, here are the keys.
I'll take the cruiser. No one would suspect an officer. Plus, I can blend in if they find me. Okay. That's everything. I need to get Joey.
Okay. Okay, buddy. We're gonna go for a ride, except we probably won't actually make it
Hey,
anywhere.
little guy. We have to go now, okay? We'll find somewhere else, though. We'll live happily for as long as we can. Somewhere quiet. Okay. It's time to go.
I'm trying to think. That's just downstairs over there, right? Yeah, I guess it's the front door. It's got to be, right? Oh. Did we finish the trial? I guess. No. We're just continuing on the road, yeah. So we were not confronted at our house. Okay.
Okay. We can drive through the night. I'll find a motel somewhere tomorrow. We can't stay long. We gotta stay on the move.
Looks at his gun. I mean, yeah. Get desperate, I suppose.
Hey, buddy.
Not great,
Did you
though.
have a good nap? Everything's okay, little guy. We're going to find a new home.
You know, he says
No,
everything's
no,
okay.
no. Shit. Okay, okay. It's okay. Hold on, buddy. No. Not now. I'm out of pills. Damn it. I need pills.
Why would you bring your gun out with you?
Joseph.
You're clearly...
I need to get Joseph. Come on, buddy. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it. There's no way. Out of pills, high stress, having difficulty breathing because of his condition.
Oh, I can't.
Matthew, what did you do?
Please, I just want...
Matthew, put the gun down.
Please.
Stay down, Matthew.
Let me take my
Put
son.
the gun down and surrender.
Shoot, really? I wonder if the left mouse click was to put Joey down. So at least Joey doesn't get killed. I don't know. It just showed me left mouse button. I'm like, I'm holding a gun, really? You want me to shoot while I'm holding the kid? Not the smart thing. Midnight Drive achievement unlocked.
I'm sorry, Matthew. Really. This isn't how it should have ended for you. It's respectable that you took action, though, and I mean that. The funny thing, though, I still don't know what to do with you. Maybe this is all more subjective than I thought. Did your actions matter? Did your motives? What were your motives? Honestly, why is anything bad in the first place? Who even decided that? I don't know. Doesn't make much sense. Maybe you're bad, maybe you're not. I don't know. You know what? I said I only had one more question, but this one's important. Step outside. I've got one more trial for you. Oh, and before I forget, the question I asked before, I think I'm as real as you want me to be.
Why did he have bottled water in the closet? Yeah, I don't... Well, yeah. I mean, so normally, at least in the United States, it's a semi-common thing. If you have somebody who does a lot of like storing of bottled water and canned goods and stuff in case there's an emergency, we call them preppers, or at least that's a term used for them. I don't know if that's supposed to be derogatory or not. I'm not sure. Anyway, but so they put a lot of food and water and other things, fuel and stuff like that, in storage. So if there's ever like a hurricane or an earthquake or a tornado or something that destroys things, you've got that food and water and fuel for cooking and stuff, you know, until you can get back to some level of normal. Well, so he had that stuff, I'm assuming, because of that kind of thing. But here's the thing. Why wouldn't you put the water where the food is? Like, wouldn't you want those in the same area? Like, you never use water to cook food or something. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't have been downstairs with his other stuff, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Strange, but it's fine.
Look, I just can't decide what to do with you. Your actions are just polarized. So I decided I'd let you make the decision. Now I want you to think very carefully about how you answer this. Really consider what this means. All I have to ask is, do you think you're a good person? Take your time to answer the question, then head back through the door.
I do. I think he did. Well, I mean, I don't know about a lot. I have no idea how many things. We only saw a few of them, right? He did some things that were bad. He did them for a good reason, to try to provide for his son. That does not in any way justify what he did, but it does affect whether I view him as good or bad. Because if he would have done things just out of greed and anything bad, it could have been, maybe he did stuff out of vengeance, maybe he did stuff in a fit of rage, right? Any of those kinds of things, I would say, okay, those are actions. There's still some dependencies, right? Like, well, if you did this, but these things also. So in the different situations, but as a general rule, I think if he committed crimes, especially like killing somebody or whatever, as a consequence or as a result of being very angry or, full of wrath or full of greed or whatever it was, right? I guess 7 deadly sins, maybe, I don't know, but because I named a couple of them in reasons. But anyway, if he did something because he had a bad emotional state or a bad attitude generally, like he was selfish, if the reason he did the things was because he was selfish, that makes you, or at least that tends to make you a bad person. Again, there are nuances, but generally if you do something bad for a selfish reason, that tends to make you a bad person, I think. I haven't fully thought it through, but I think that's right. If you do bad things, but you do it for a good purpose, it does not make what you do okay. It does not give you justification to do those things, but it does speak to like your heart and what you actually like, what you're trying to accomplish is a good thing, then you're a good person. Going about it is bad, and it also does not mean that, well, you're a good person, so you're forgiven for the things you did. That's not what I'm saying. But I think if you're trying to do something to help somebody else, like in this case, to save Joey, then I think that does tend to make you a good person. Not forgiven for the bad things you did, not that the bad things you did are acceptable, but I do think it makes you a good person. I think a good or a bad person, like whether somebody is good or bad, is dependent, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, Syllable, where it's like depends on, how they act on their selfish nature, even still. But yeah, exactly. It's tied to that, right? Doing something for a selfish reason that is bad makes you, at least heavily moves you toward the bad person column. Yep. So because he did it to help Joey, I would say I think he is a good person. He still should pay for his crimes, I think, but I do think he's a good person overall. So he wasn't going around, stealing from cops. He wasn't shooting random criminals, like drug dealers or something, on the street because he didn't like them. He wasn't doing any of that crap, right? So I think he's okay. I think he's good. I mean, yeah, I think overall, I mean, it's good versus not good, right? Well, I mean, I think he's a decent person mostly, so.
Okay. I understand. Head back through the door. It's waiting for you.
This is a cool game though, right? Because you're doing a lot of moral introspection, trying to determine in the situation, does that make you bad or are you still okay or what? Okay.
You've made me think a lot, you know that? Really, I'm honestly glad to have met you. And I know, it's scary. You have no way of knowing what's through that door, and honestly, neither do I. I know just as much as you do, and as much as we've gone through, I still don't know what you deserve. Maybe things are too subjective to ever really tell. All I know is that you're gonna go through a change in a few seconds, and no matter what it is, it'll be okay. Good or bad, you'll be okay. Good luck with whatever comes next. Goodbye, Matthew.
Now I wonder if, because we said we thought we were a good person, if that means that that's supposed to somehow reflect. So since you're claiming to be a good person, you're actually a bad person. I don't know if they're going to try to do something like that or not. I just went with what I, the player, feel. I have no idea what the actual... And I don't know if it'll make a difference, right? No way to know until you actually do it. Achievement unlocked, Summerland. Oh, so they don't show us, I guess. He walks and whatever happened, happened. So we continue not to know what's through the door. Thanks, Anubis. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, well, that's good. That was a good game, I think. Makes you think a lot. Obviously, there are variations in possible. I don't know if the ending really ever is different, but if there are different endings, then there are variations in that, depending on if you say, are people selfless or selfish by nature? Whether something you do is good dependent on like circumstance, or is it inherently good, right? All these kinds of things. Are you a good person or a bad person? So hi, this is Connor. Just wanted to briefly thank you for playing my passion project. Do truly appreciate you taking the time to experience what I've been working so hard to create. And it wouldn't be possible without players like you supporting me throughout. It's been a genuinely incredible experience being able to talk directly with you, take feedback, and create a real community around what I do. I truly hope I can keep making more projects in the future, games or otherwise, and keep making you all proud. Until next time, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Connor Rush. So I guess we'll find out if he's, I mean, not now, maybe. Depends. But I guess we'll find out if he, or, oh, I have to click over here specifically, I guess. I guess we'll find out if he's created anything else, and if he has, what other things he's done. This was good enough, I think, you know. With all that said, I would greatly appreciate you supporting my future projects however you can. One way you can do this is by donating to my studio if you're able. I've made this game free to ensure that as many people as possible could play, so donations will help me continue to do what I love. You can also purchase purchase or stream the game's soundtrack on most major platforms. Any contribution helps. Thanks so much again. You're all truly incredible. Okay, well, I'll probably donate. I'm not going to do it here on stream. I don't want give the world my credit card details and stuff, obviously, but yeah, I think I'll probably donate. I've got some money I can do, I think. Okay. What are the extras? Just curious. So art, you can see some of the artwork. Video settings, render settings. Oh, yeah, video, like what kind of graphics card and resolution stuff. Render settings, donate. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep, exactly. I think that's correct. I think that's the idea. That's how they ended it the way. I was just saying if there were another ending, then I could see possible ways that they could make a different ending. But I agree with you 100%. I do not think you need any alternate ending of any kind with this game. I think it's just right the way it is. Because again, you're answering the questions for yourself as a player. What do I feel about these things is more what's going on. You're really not, you're really not finding some secret consequence or something in the game. You're really just thinking about moral questions yourself. All right, so that'll do it for tonight. That's enough time for now. So we will be back tomorrow for more Little Nightmares 2. That'll be in about 10 and a half hours from now. Right? Yeah, about 10 and a half hours from now, we'll do more Little Nightmares 2. And then tomorrow night, yeah. And then tomorrow night, we will do more Remothered Broken Porcelain. I switched the nights because Faux Fox was not feeling well tonight. And she's already not fully, I think, she's already kind of struggling to follow some of the story for Remothered. In fairness, I am too. It's kind of complicated. Anyway, so because of that, I didn't want to go further before I finish. So tomorrow I plan to finish up my little explanation that I'll do at the start of the stream so she'll know everything that's going on. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Sulu. I'll see you tomorrow if you can make it for Little Nightmares 2 if possible. See ya. Peace.
Poor Spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.